Monein. Now we're going to the antique cars in Po. Welcome glass of wine and a welcome glass of
beer.
yes.
No, beer.
That's okay. Yeah, très bien. Yesterday we arrived in Po by plane, and today we are going to Lourdes. As I look out the window of our flat.
Bonjour, it's our day one in Po, first full day in Po, and you can see the Pyrenees Mountains in the background with the snow on top. That is the border between France and Spain.
And we're all walking this morning to visit.
This is the Church of Saint Jacques, and we're walking in the direction of the castle where Henry IV was born. And there's a really nice area with shopping and restaurants.
And this is the oldest part of Po right here. Today is the day that the Virgin Mary ascended heaven.
Yes,
and so it's a religious...
The Assumption of the Virgin Mary is today, so it's a holiday. So we're in front of St. Martin Church, which is in Po, where Alain was baptized. This is a monument to the soldiers that fought in World Wars I and II. Are you enjoying your walk today, John? Here in beautiful
historic Po.
Historic Po, yes.
As we continue our walking tour of Po. Here we are at Henry IV's birthplace. Is that
It's where Henry IV was born. He's the King of France, and he is the grandfather of Louis XIV.
Oh, all right.
Here's the castle of Henry IV. He was the grandfather of Louis XIV. And here is a beautiful little garden over on this side of the wall. It's really just a lovely area.
And I'm going to take a picture here in front of Henry IV. Ready?
We've got a beautiful fountain over here. And we're just continuing our tour with our little guides. Regine.
This is my favorite store in all of Po. Mad Dog in the Fog.
Mad Dog.
They're closed.
You cannot purchase your shoes here.
Where
in English
in English
and everything.
Don't they know they're in France?
That's right.
We're in France.
That's correct. That's right.
He forgot where he parked car, but now he remembers.
Never come to the shop.
Why?
Because of this.
Oh, you don't like that? Too English?
On préfère le chien fou dans le brouillard.
Oh.
Mad Dog in the Fog.
Crazy dog in the fog. Yeah.
Le chien fou dans le brouillard.
Thank you. You're perfect skin. Perfect. We're at Linda and Gerard's house outside Po.
We're having lunch here.
Hey, it's nice of you. No.
Congratulations. You don't look it at all.
It's the French weather that is good to you.
That's the real quiche, and the other one is...
Comment dis-tu la poubelle?
The other is, c'était quoi le deuxième, Gérard?
Pardon?
C'est une quiche
champignon.
Au champignon.
Non, exactly. Il y a les petits lardons, mais pas les petits lardons. Oui.
Now that's a basket of French bread. It includes some wheat bread, which digests in your stomach better than most wheat bread. La Pen.
Yes, filet de duck.
Really?
And it's the same duck that makes the foie gras, that we make the filets, ça s'appelle magret.
What kind of cake is this?
It's a kouglof.
Kouglof. And what is in it?
It's a raised bread, but it's a sweet bread.
Ready to top off the dessert. Man, look at that.
That's fabulous.
And to top off the meal, you're having a coffee?
Cup of coffee. This has just been a spectacular piece. They've just been a fantastic host today.
We're in Sercastet. It's 9 kilometers north of Po.
I know that. I knew that.
It's 10 minutes from the Po airport.
And now we're off to Lourdes.
Yes.
And we are here in Lourdes, where Saint Bernadette saw the vision of Virgin Mary. So there is a huge basilica that was built on the site where she had the visions. Over on the right, we just walked through a huge shopping area. It's almost like a Catholic Bourbon Street in a way.
We were about to go touch the wall where Bernadette had her visions of the Virgin Mary.
Yes.
And so touching the stone, it gives you a nuance.
That's right.
Light.
That's right.
The stone also purportedly has healing powers. Very rainy afternoon. We're going to go inside the Notre Dame Basilica dedicated to Bernadette.
And this is the basilica here at Lourdes, where Bernadette saw the vision of Mary. It's a beautiful basilica. All around this cathedral are mosaics depicting the life of Jesus and Mary, and they're absolutely stunning.
This is what I mean by the biggest church I have ever seen. This is in Lourdes, and when the popes come and give services, this is where they give it. I don't know how many people it holds, but it's got to be thousands.
This is one of the most tremendous places I've seen to hold Mass. It's really, really huge. So this is part of the Basque country on the French side. We're looking at the bay in Saint Jean de Luz, and this area has its very own language and customs, and they're unlike any other country on the planet. They don't know where their language originated, and people are very different.
Saint John Luke was famous what?
Port.
It's a famous port.
Fishing port.
These kids are doing some body surfing with their bodysuits on because it's quite chilly.
This quaint little church overlooks the Bay of Saint Luce in the Basque country. I'll take a picture of you here.
And we're in Saint Jean de Luz in the Basque country in France. And the church behind us is Saint Jean the Baptist Church. This is where King Louis XIV married the daughter of the Spanish king. He was a very smart guy.
Regine and Lisa are looking at a bakery shop here in St. James de Luz, and everything here is a specialty of Basque is the Jesuit cake. Cream and nuts and ooh, so delicious. And this is Basque cake, cream and chocolate and oh, so beautiful. Regine went in and she bought some macaron.
It's also a Scottish name, macaron.
Macaron.
Very sweet and delicious.
Oh, very
Très bien.
Très bien, yeah?
There's the Pyrenees Mountains in the background, and beautiful architecture here in Saint Jean de Luz in the Basque country in France. Just on a spectacular day. I love the sound of the water and blue water and sky, and everything is just gorgeous with the red and white design of the architecture here in Basque country. Can't get any better than this, huh, John?
Bay of St. John de Luz, right down there, de Luz.
Well, the city we're in is Andi, and we're getting on a boat.
And we're going
to Spain.
Spain. Off we go to Spain. And Elaine parked the car. Outstanding.
Outstanding.
Outstanding. Outward. Standing ovation. Yay!
And we're on a boat that is taking us from France to Spain. Okay, there's the Pyrenees Mountains back there. And there's John.
Hi. We're off to Spain.
Beautiful cathedral right over here.
Here's Lisa officially stepping onto Spain along with me.
Say gracias to our Capitan. Buenos dias, we are in Spain and just took the boat over from the French side of Basque country. Now we're on the Spanish side. And we check out this restaurant called Yola Berry. Looks like yoga. It looks like Yogi Berra, but it's Yola Berry. Buenos dias. We are here in España. Potato omelets.
I'm having
Cod omelets.
cod omelet
Potatoes.
and Spanish French bread. Bon appetit.
We're on the Spanish side of Basque country. This is a typical old walled city. And it's just so neat and clean around here, and the sky is blue today. Fantastic. Well, we've had a wonderful day in the Basque country, both in France and then in Spain. We took the boat over and we toured, and we had some Basque cake.
And we had also a Basque lunch at 3 o'clock, because that's when the siesta
That's right.
starts, at 3. So they don't start eating until 3 o'clock here in Spain.
There is the Basque flag flying in all its glory. Goodbye, Spain.
Jean, you're back in France now?
Biarritz.
And we're in Biarritz.
Biarritz, Basque country.
Basque country.
Are they
People
gorgeous
are
beach?
swimming, and it's just a gorgeous view. And this house over here is supposed to be haunted. That's the Virgin of the Sea up there.
Yes, indeed.
Very famous spot here in Biarritz.
There she is up there, the Virgin of the Sea here. What's the name of this town?
Biarritz. It's looking over the water and hopefully protecting all the people in boats that happen to come around here, which is pretty dangerous. If you
Yeah.
get this close to these rocks, bye-bye boat.
It's a walk of the sea.
This is the old area where the fishermen live. There's John.
That is the big beach right there we were talking about just a few moments ago. Huge.
Yes.
In the summertime, which is quickly approaching, can't find a place to even put your toe. But that's in August and July and June. But
That's
there
right.
it is.
There it is. Biarritz. And we're in Biarritz. It's a huge, beautiful church. And we're going to check it out.
And look at all the fleur-de-lis on the railing here. This is one of my favorite scenes from our view from our window and balcony of the flat that we're staying here. And Lisa has prepared breakfast this morning, a breakfast of champions. And where are we going today?
We are going to go to Monein, which is where the Basques are from.
Very good. And who are we going to meet?
Jacques Baquet, who is a great nephew of my great-grandfather.
We hope Jacques Baquet, the farmer, he will be glad to see us since we haven't made an appointment with Monsieur Baquet. Hélène has just given us a very long ride down, up and down these mountains in Monein. We have found Jacques and Odile Baquet. Wow, this is the home of the Basques.
Ah bon?
Lisa Baquet and Jacques Baquet.
Oui. Oui, j'ai changé aussi.
You see? Yeah?
Ils voulaient connaître un peu leurs origines, là.
C'est Alain, je ne savais pas, je ne l'ai pas reconnu.
Ah bon, reconnu, il m'appelle monsieur. Lorsque je lui dis tu, il m'appelle monsieur. Et elle voulait connaître leurs origines un
Je
peu.
t'ai pas reconnu non plus. Hein.
Ils sont partis, donc ça c'est Lisa Basques. Oui.
Ah, mais elle s'appelle Basques aussi?
Oui.
Oui, ça alors.
Et lui c'est...
Je fais la visite. Ah, je fais la visite.
Bonjour.
Lui c'est John Titsworth.
Bah, mais nous aussi, on est Basques. Basques.
Donc,
Yes, this is the
voilà,
Basques family. America Basques, Jacques Basques, and
Alain.
Alain. Not Basques, but Alain Basques in blood.
Grand-mère Baquet.
Grand-mère Basques, yes. This is Jacques' farm in Monein, and I'd say we're not really in Monein. We're like Monein. We're outside of Monein. I'd say maybe about 5-10 miles, and everybody's just talking French and everything, and figuring out what's going to happen for the rest of the day.
Santé.
Santé. Santé.
Elle me demande si...
Yes. Santé. This is the view outside of Jacques Basques' living room in his farmhouse, and we're about to have lunch. We're going to have a Monein omelet with special mushrooms. These are our special mushrooms that are indigenous to this area, and they're highly sought after. And this is the Basques farm right here. How are you enjoying the vegetable soup?
Oh, it's excellent.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And look at that, you're going to have some French bread to go along with it. Jacques likes it, Elaine likes it, and you like it too. Merci. This is the Monein omelet with the mushrooms. This is pâté. Pork. And we're ready to chow on down. Yeah. With Elaine. And to top off the meal, we have an assortment of cheese.
We'll come back again. We'll come back. And this is the armoire of Father Jacques.
Oh, it's a gorgeous piece. We say goodbye to everybody, and we'll be back again someday.
Yes, we will.
Okay, bye.
We're driving through Monein. Just had some lunch with the Basques, and we're looking now for. Oh, this must be it. It's maybe a house where the Basques used to live.
Well, this is the property, not necessarily the house that Jacques Basques grew up in and everything, but here we are somewhere.
Probably a property that the Basques once had.
This is the property.
Purchased by another family.
Uh-huh.
And I guess they built this house on this property.
So probably the original dwelling is probably...
It might be back there.
It could be
So
back.
we suspect this might possibly be the former Basques estate, but we're not positive. No one's home to verify our suspicion. There's Elaine. He's a very brave man. And the dog is wondering what the heck we're doing here.
And we're going to have to get back to Pau.
You're here in the Musée des Beaux-Arts in Pau.
Downtown Pau.
Edgar Degas, who lived in New Orleans for a while. This is his famous painting when he was in New Orleans. This is a scene in the Cotton Bureau of New Orleans. So we found it here in Pau.
But my favorite paintings are right over here.
Oh yes, what is this, John?
Place of the Concorde.
That's the Egyptian obelisk. We just went to the Musée des Beaux-Arts here in Pau. We've had a very exciting day meeting some of the Basques, and now we went in there and saw a Degas painting among many others. So it was a really nice little visit to the museum.
Now we're headed back to Elaine's walking.
And Regine. Well, this villa is called Villa Nito. A lot of the Brits really liked Pau, and they built some beautiful villas and had themselves a great time until, unfortunately, World War I ended all the fun. It's for sale, so I think John's going to write him a check. And we're going to come live in France for a while.
Beautiful view too.
It's a really beautiful view.
This morning we're going to go to the center of Po and go to the Bernadotte Museum. And off we go up this hill.
We're in the home of Jean-Baptiste Bernadotte, who became the King of Sweden. He was originally a member of Napoleon's army and was asked to become the King of Sweden. And his family is still on the throne today in Sweden.
In that room is where Bernadotte slept, and a picture of Bernadotte on the wall.
Salute. Salute.
Salute. Yes, very good. What is the name of this winery?
Le Cinco.
Very good.
Tell me your name.
Hier, ça a été une véritable enquête pour retrouver
We were classified by Revue des Vins de France in the top 10 of the best wines in France last year.
This one, Lescar.
Voilà, madame.
Merci beaucoup.
You're welcome.
That's the good stuff there.
Yeah. And here are the vineyards that they grow this vine in right here all year round.
So we're back in Monein, and this is a war memorial. Just another beautiful afternoon. Here's the tourism office in Monein.
St. Jerome's Church in Monein. We're going to go take a tour of it. It was built in the mid-1400s.
Yes.
And we're going to go in for our tour now. And we are part of a little touring group of about 5 people, totally in French.
Right.
So we're understanding the comprendo zero.
Correcto. This church is in Monein. It is called Saint Jerome, and it's apparently built in the 1300s. Very old church. The walls have tiny fleur-de-lis painted on them, which after the Revolution, the fleur-de-lis were painted over. Recently the church was restored and they discovered all the little fleur-de-lis, so they're back on the walls now.
We'll go upstairs in a few moments.
Yes.
And discover what? It's it's wooden?
Yes, it's a wooden ceiling upstairs. It looks like an upside-down boat.
This roof is built with 1,000 oak trees.
That's what I understood, yes.
Then all the peasants back then, about 1450 or so, had to plant oak trees in their yards. Each one each helped replenish the supply of the oak trees that they lost here.
So it's Friday and we're in Po, Friday morning, and Regine is doing grocery shopping. Alain likes to come and hang out over here, have himself a little
American coffee.
American coffee.
Italian coffee.
Italian. So you're having the American, I'm having the Italian. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
This is an ancient church in Lescar, which is right outside of Po. It is the Cathedral of Notre Dame. Many of the ancestors of Henry IV are buried in this cathedral, and it's an example of Romanesque style architecture. Burned a candle, and we're seeing these unusual holders for the candles, which look like an arm coming out of the wall. doing a little city walk. This is part of the Way of St. James here in Lescar, where the Romanesque cathedral is, with all of Henri's relatives buried. This is a nice little waterfall. We're almost at the end of our little tour of Lescar. And this little place was a bishop's palace, which was destroyed during the French Revolution.
Really nice. It overlooks this very beautiful view of Lescar.
Yes. So John, we came back from the church in Lescar, and now we're back at this, looks like a training facility for people who want to learn how to kayak. Yeah, and look, there's even an old Clear Channel ad. So anyway, this is where we're spending our final day in Po. Pretty wild. Pretty cool. I like it.